Hello, hello. I'm Dr. Angela Harden Mack, and I'm thrilled to join you today. Greetings and thanks to the conference host, greetings to the fellow speakers, and greetings to you, the attendees. This is a good day, a great day to talk about how to break through overload. A common problem experienced by many working moms is how do I make all of this work? How do I grow my family? And how do I build my career or my business while I'm growing my family? Doing all of this at the same time without becoming overloaded. That was a question I had at the start of my career more than 25 years ago. I was growing a family and I was starting my career, and I had a lot going on. And I wanted to do it all, but I didn't want to be overloaded. Well, my youngest child at the time, had a lot of ear infections back to back, and things just weren't working. So we had several appointments with the doctor. And I didn't make any changes to my schedule at first. So after like the third or fourth appointment, it became apparent that we needed more testing, that my child needed more therapy. And at that time, too, I was beginning to feel a little pinch, right? I was beginning to feel just a little bit strained because I had a lot that I was already doing at my job. I was a busy doctor. And then I was again a homemaker doing a lot at home. So I was beginning to feel it. Well, I knew that I didn't want to feel this pressure and this pinch. So I had to make a change, right? And I knew that if I didn't, things were just going to become more on my plate. So I was fortunate. I had the opportunity to make some changes with my schedule. And I tell you, I really needed it because if I didn't make those changes, things were not going to change. And so I was able to do that. And it was beneficial because I told you we had several more appointments to go and some other things to go. And ultimately it was about getting this test done and even, getting tonsils removed. So it was important that I made some changes. And that meant going back and forth to this, that, and places. Well, you know how we like to do things as moms, and we're, building careers and jobs, especially if we're doing both family and career. We want to try some things, right? We're multitaskers, we're creative, we're innovative, and that's appropriate, right? Because we find solutions. So one of the things that we commonly like to do, right, as working moms and professional women, we say, I'll just ignore it. Probably one of the easiest things to do is like, if I just ignore it, it would just go away, right? It appears, especially on the surface, that will be easy and we do it, but it doesn't work. It's like putting a band-aid over something. Eventually, probably sooner rather than later, the band-aid comes off and it's still there. The next thing that we commonly like to think about is, we say we're going to wait this out because, we're moms, right? We're workers, we're, professional, and we can wait something out. So we say, well, I will wait until next month or next quarter or next semester or whatever the next is. I'll just wait because if I wait long enough, it'll just go away. That sounds like it will be a solution too, but we do that, but we know that that often isn't the answer because what it just does, it prolongs what requires our attention. And those things are still there, causing our schedules to be more, and we're feeling overloaded. And then we have the one, well, my friend or my coworker or my peer, she's experiencing some of the same things. She's doing something. Well, I will do what she's doing, right? When we think about it, or in the beginning, we don't think about it, but when we take the opportunity to step back, she's experiencing the same thing I'm experiencing. She's overloaded, right? She's trying some things. She hasn't discovered the solution yet. Well, if she hasn't discovered the solution, if it's not working for her and she's still in the midst of it too, then that's not going to work for me because it's not a solution. And I think what happens is that we are drawn into, and we find comfort in the fact that we are not alone. So if she's experiencing some of the same things, at least we're in this together and I have company. But having company and someone to talk to is not the solution. But at least we feel okay a little better in the beginning because I have somebody else who is experiencing this overload as well. So these are some common things that we try, but we know that these are not the solutions. We have to find a solution. And that's what I did. I needed to find a solution. I needed to break through limitation. And so I discovered a formula, 5 steps that helped me to live a great life. And that's what I share, this 5-step formula that helps women, professional women, working moms to live great lives. Now, whether, the woman she's working from home or at home, career, business, you name it, or whether the children are babies or in school or in college, this formula can help women live great lives. And guess what? Without sacrificing family, the freedoms, those things that are important to us, and without sacrificing wellness. Now, today, in this time that we have, I only have enough time to go over one, and that will be step number 3, which is breakthrough. But the 5 steps to my formula, the 5 steps are: 1, be intentional. 2, see your big picture. 3, break through limitations. 4, connect. That means community. And 5, act. Take action. Today is all about step number 3, breakthrough limitation. And I'm talking about the limitation of overload. Now, when an individual is overloaded, many times that represents that the schedule is full. There's more happening, more on the schedule than what is really comfortable. And when overloaded physically, you can feel it, stress, maybe feeling tired or not as much get up and go. Mentally, the ability to concentrate or focus is often decreased. Emotionally, there may not be as much joy, there may not be as much contentment, and even the things that we find enjoyable and part of our values and who we are in the worldview, those things that are related to our spirituality, those things can also be impacted. So that feeling, and that can also cause us to feel weighed down. Now, the word limitation is a general word that can be applied to or describes things, anything that has the potential to limit what we can do or be or have. It can cause us to maybe slow us down, or that we have to take a detour. It may cause us to doubt. This limitation can also cause us to feel uncomfortable and maybe even cause some emotional discomfort or hurt. Now, there are different words to describe different types of limitations. It could be a challenge where we're stretched and then to go beyond to do more than what we're comfortable with or what we think or know we can do. It could be a test of our faith and belief, a test of our commitment and dedication, of our endurance, of our ability to wait, our patience. It could be something that is a temptation that will make us to say, maybe if I cut out a few steps or I take this shortcut, either because we don't want to do the full thing or we think that it's going to be helpful or beneficial to take a shortcut. But shortcuts don't always help, and they may not always be the most helpful or most beneficial way, but sometimes that limitation may make us feel as though we have to take that shortcut. So limitations, whatever the name, limitations part of the human experience. We all will be faced with limitations at some time, different amounts, different types, different levels of intensity, but nonetheless, limitations. And that's true for moms and working women, professional women, because there are certain things that are specific to challenges and hurdles in the workplace and challenges and hurdles related to what society says we should do and be, that those are some limitations. So this limitation and this overload, and for women, working moms and professional women, I believe one of the main reasons we are vulnerable or susceptible to being overloaded is because of people pleasing. That's right, people pleasing. This desire or this need that we feel as though we have to be everything to everybody at the same time. In society, we commonly use the plate as a symbol to define a particular role that we have in life. And we often use the phrase, what's on my plate, or stuff or things on my plate, as the symbol of the responsibilities related to the role. As an employee, that role requires certain responsibilities. As a homemaker, as a mom, as a boss, each role has certain responsibilities with it. So what we find is that for each role in life, we have a plate, and each plate has responsibilities. And for busy moms and busy professional women, society and our self-talk and expectations, we often find ourselves living this superwoman syndrome, this mindset, and this lifestyle that says that we have to be everything to everybody, that we have to be super at everything. We have to be a superwoman. We have to have a certain image and a certain look, right? A certain size. Because if we don't, then we're less than. And even sometimes our success and our achievements, if we don't have the look, says we have to be super homemaker. Our house has to be, everything has to be in place every time. So if someone came and take a picture, it's Better Homes and Garden. We have to be super employee. We have to be super boss. We have to be super entrepreneur. We have to be the super volunteer, PTA, soccer mom, dance mom, whatever we're doing with our children. We have to be the super in our faith communities. If we are coordinators or directors, we have to be super at it. And then whatever our civic and or social activities, clubs, or organizations are, guess what? We feel as though we have to be super at all of those too. So we end up with multiple plates and so much on the plates because we have all of these roles. And instead of feeling supercharged like Superwoman, we feel heavy and burdened and laid down because all of these plates begin to be heavy. And we begin to feel this pressure and this pressing down. And just like if we're lifting weights or we're, pumping iron, we have to exert a certain amount of force to lift that weight, to push that weight, to pull, to pull. That's what our schedules and our plates begin to feel like. Oh, heavy. Whew. I feel heavy just mentioning all of that. I feel heavy just from the weightiness of describing that. Did you feel that? I did. Did you feel that? And that's what we feel like many times when we're trying to be Superwoman, or we feel that we have to be with all of the plates. Well, if you're feeling that way too, I invite you. I have a gift I have just for you that can help you. If you're feeling overextended and overcommitted and overloaded, this gift can help. And it's available at www.livegreatlivesgift.com. It's yours for the taking. Go ahead and grab it so that you can begin to lighten that load, because you don't have to be a frustrated and fatigued Superwoman. You can be a well woman. Well, that pressure to feel as though we have to please, 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 and be everything, then we end up feeling overloaded. Well, 3 keys that can help you to break through overload, 3 keys. So that instead of being a Superwoman, you can be a well woman. The first key is to discover and walk in your self-worth. Self-worth is that deep knowing and confidence that you are valuable, that you are able, that you are good, that you are capable of doing the things that you have been created and called to do, and that you deserve respect. Yes, that deep knowing and that confidence. Self-worth is about purpose. When you discover and know your purpose, that you were created for a unique purpose that adds value to people, that equips you, or you will be equipped with different skills and a skill set that brings value to people. That's a beautiful and amazing thing. And when we discover and walk in that purpose, because we understand self-worth, that vulnerability to be a people pleaser, that goes out of the window, that goes out of the way. So that key of knowing purpose related to self-worth, you can say bye-bye to people pleasing. Number 2, second key is your schedule, managing your schedule without guilt, managing yes and managing no without feeling guilty. As nurturers and people pleasers, yes, we find it hard to say no. So we add more and more and more on. And then before you know it, we can end up with a schedule that's so jam-packed that we don't have time for a lot of things that we need to do. And some of the stuff is maybe outdated and may not be relevant and not even be related to that. Now, the first couple of times we say no, yeah, it doesn't feel comfortable. And I didn't feel comfortable the first time we said it. And yeah, we even have some guilt. But like, oh man, I think I should say this. Or, oh, what are they going to think of me? Oh, will they think I'm not being kind or I'm being mean? But we have to prioritize. We have to say no. And when you say no, to free up your time, then it makes you available to say yes, because you need things available, time to do the things related to your purpose, the things related to your values, the things that are important, the things that bring value to you and those you're called to serve. So we learn how to manage no and yes without guilt. And when we do that, It also frees up time for self-care. We need regular time for us so that we don't become overextended and overloaded. We need to nourish our bodies to rest and relax so we can have energy and vitality. We need to relax our minds so that we don't have clutter and we have clarity. We need to relax so that we can have joy and find enjoyment, so we can have contentment. And to talk about community and those things that are virtues, kindness, generosity, and being able to connect with people. Those things are important. So that key of self-care empowers us and nourishes us to do that. So where are you right now? I know, yes, you have that free gift and there's more. You can get that free gift and more. If you are maybe feeling and you know that you're overloaded, or maybe perhaps things are okay. Maybe they aren't like great, 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 but they're okay and you know there's more. You don't want to be overloaded. Or perhaps you like, I know this is my season. This is my time. I am going to a new level. I'm taking my game to a new level. And I want to make sure I get there, that I'm vibrant, that I'm not overloaded. I want to make sure that everything is in place. I invite you, whether it's overload, whether you're not sure or next level, I invite you to join the community, the tribe, the network of women who are well women, women who have or are learning how to break through overload, women who have said goodbye to being frustrated and fatigued like a superwoman, to women who say, yes, I'm fulfilled, and yes, I'm vibrant, and I am a well woman. I invite you to join the community. Connect with me, and I need you to send me an email at info@angelahmspeaks.com. Info@angelahmspeaks.com. And in the subject line, type well. That's the signal to the team that you want to learn more about this vibrant community of vibrant women. And the team will get information to you so that you can learn more about women living great lives, the 5-step formula to live a great life. And you don't have to sacrifice family freedom or wellness. I'm ready to come beside you. I'm ready to walk with you. I'm ready to make sure you have the formula and the blueprint so that you can break through overload. And so I can be there to cheer you on. And when you break through, I'm there. Imagine how you will feel. Imagine how you will walk. Imagine your energy and the pep in your step when you say goodbye to the superwoman, to the fatigue and frustration, and you say hello to the well woman. When you show up to life and you say, here I am, I'm unapologetically awesome. I'm authentic, I'm confident, I'm walking and living in my power, and I am a well woman. Imagine you. I can see it, I can imagine it, and I tell you, it looks beautiful. I'm Dr. Angela Harden Mack. I am a well woman, and I look forward to helping you become a well woman. Peace.